me talk to you about National Science and Maths Quiz. Well, he had gone to play tennis at the University of Ghana campus with his lecturer friend, and his curiosity as to why birds could stand on a live electric wire without getting electrocuted while humans cannot has now given birth to the biggest educational competition in Ghana, the National Science and Maths Quiz. That's the story of the chairman of the Primetime Limited, organizers of the NSMQ, Mr. Berekum SHS. As a preliminary, I beg your pardon, as the preliminary round of contests moved to the Eastern, Bono and Ahafo regions, Maxwell Agbagba puts the spotlight on how it all started.
The National Science and Maths Quiz has transformed from merely being a competition between schools. It is now a battle for the bragging rights with the active involvement of past students, families and even communities where the schools are located. These contestants from Porter Girls talk about the enormous pressure on them to win the trophy.
We were surprised that by the grace of God, we're able to remember much of the formulas, and then God made everything go on so well that right now we are feeling so glad. We're feeling very grateful right now.
You're feeling grateful right now, but that was not the case before you mounted the stage, right?
No, we were nervous, we were tensed.
But now you're feeling better, right?
Yes, by God's grace.
Okay.
Well, we are still trusting in God and that they should expect nothing but the best from us.
What started as a dream on a tennis court at the University of Ghana campus is now reality, providing quality edutainment to many. Here's initiator of the dream, chairman of Primetime Limited, Berekum SHS.
Sometime in 1993, must have been April, on a Saturday evening, I went to play tennis at Legon, and I play tennis at Legon, I still do. And parking my car, I saw these birds jumping on live wire, on these overhead wires, and I kept wondering, why can they do that, and I can't even hold, So I called out to my friend, then Dr. Ebenezer Awatri, who was an animal scientist, and I asked him, how come this can happen and I can't touch it? So he was explaining to me about insulation and all those things. So I told him, look, I've sent proposals to Unilever to start a science and maths quiz, and I'm supposed to go for for their reaction the following week. That if I go and the reception is good, he would start working on the structure. Since he's a scientist, he would know what, and fortunately, Unilever liked the idea. So I came back and I gave him the rules, 5 rounds of competition, 1 hour, physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics. So he set out to put together the structure, the content, what should go in, how each round should be structured. So that is how it started. Started on the tennis court with 2 pigeons. Yes. And Disney started with, was inspired by a mouse. That's why we have Mickey Mouse. Wow. I don't know whether we should have a Mickey, what we should call our pigeon. So it was started just watching pigeons jumping up and down on a live wire.
The elimination stage, which is the most competitive level of the competition, will start in 2 weeks. There, hearts will be broken. Others will be filled with joy. Congrats in advance if your school makes it. Maxwell Agbagba for joining us.
Amazing stuff. Our seniors lost at prelims stage last year, but we have won and will do better. Those are words of the determined Berekum Senior High School contestants in this year's National Science and Maths Quiz. Now, the team won today's first contest in the Bono Ahafo Regional Zone, laying to waste Presec Bechim and Ekumfi Amiao SHTS. They told JoyNews that they studied tirelessly in hopes of going beyond the 1/8 stage, a feat their predecessors could not achieve.
Okay, we aren't so excited over this win because we had a fierce contest with them. But with the good Lord that we served, He been with us throughout the start up to the end. We know that He's always going to be there for us. So we are not going to just rest on our laurels, but to study hard and prepare much more harder for the 1/8 stage.
And speaking of the 1/8 stage, you guys were there last year, and that's where you were eliminated from. Unlike the teams that were here, you have been to the 1/8 stage. They haven't tested the 1/8 stage in quite a while. You were eliminated last year. First of all, let's go back in time. How did that feel? I mean, did you participate? Or you were just students at the time?
We were just students by then.
Okay. So how was the feeling? I mean, has it inspired today's win in any way?
Somehow, because it boosted us to learn. Because they lost last year, it will find it that we have to learn to overcome those difficulties.
So what's the guarantee that this year we are going to go beyond the 1/8 stage?
This is because our seniors didn't qualify. I mean, they didn't win their contest last year, but for us, we have won our contest. So this can be the guarantee that we will.
But they won the preliminary stage, didn't they?
No, they lost, but they were part of the 14 selected schools with higher points.
Okay. And even that, they couldn't break to the next stage. So you think you winning legitimately this time means you are going to?
Yes, please.
Okay, quite interesting. And for those out there who are watching your win at this time, is there any message to be the fans or competitors at the time who are ready to face you?
What we are telling all our fans and our supporters is that they should keep continuing supporting us, because since the Lord is with us, everything shall be well for us.
Okay. Well, those are the humble gentlemen of Berekum Senior High School. They have won the very first contest of the preliminary stages right here in the Bono Ahafo region.
Certainly, the Lord is with all of us and is with all the schools as well. We'll see who wins.